Hi, Virgo. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for August of 2020. This month we've got some Mars slowing down, getting ready to turn retrograde activity that Julie is going to tell you about, and also a couple of moons, and bringing the focus to your 12th house, an area that's kind of hidden, but also time to get ready for your birthday. So, Julia, what do you have for Virgo this month?
Oh, well, hey there, Virgo. So Mars is slowing down this month. It's going to go retrograde next month. But when it's slowing down and getting close to going retrograde, we begin to feel some of the themes
Mm.
represented by that retrograde cycle, which are namely frustration. And this is all occurring in your eighth house of other people's money as well as physical intimacy.
Yeah.
So during this cycle, you could run into frustrations, you can run into arguments over what is other people's money, which can either means the money that you share with people close to you, like a spouse or family, as well as the money that you share with banks or
Mm.
other types of institutions like taxes, etc. So there could be frustrations in these areas. Maybe this is also perhaps a sexually frustrating time too. So, we all have to deal with it somewhere. Um, but Jamie and I actually made a really good video talking about the Mars retrograde cycle and how it relates to world events. So you should also check that out too.
Mm.
Now, Mercury, the planet of communication and mentation, is direct and fast, and it's going to be entering Leo on August 4th, which correlates with your 12th house.
Mm.
So that means you could be getting your information from some kind of subconscious and even ethereal sources like dream states or like, meditation states as well. Now, the 12th house is pretty hidden, so you might keep your communication to yourself, your ideas to yourself. Just be careful that you're being very kind of honest and straightforward in your communications too, because if you do have a tendency to kind of fib or not represent something clearly in your communication, it could cause some issues too. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is direct and fast, and she's going to enter Cancer on August 7th, which correlates with your 11th house. And that's the house of groups, it's the house of friends, it's the house of your long term goals. So that means that this is a very social transit. You could be connecting with a group of friends at the park, or maybe you're doing a lot of FaceTimes this month. And if you have a partner, then this is a time where you can really feel like your partner is your pal, like your partner is your buddy, which is also a nice aspect to bring into relationships as well. And you also could get a little bit of luck in terms of planning or thinking about any long term goals you have.
Mm. Indeed. Now, there are a couple of moons going on this month, and the first of them is a full moon across your 12th and 6th house axis. And this is the axis of service. Now, this is actually connected with the fact that your birthday is coming soon and that you've entered your yearly mop-up period. And that is when the sun is in the sign previous to the one that is your sign. So this means that you're in a space of feeling like the themes of last year are beginning to fade out, and you may want to get closure with them now so that you can clear the way for your new year to come in. And so it's often, August may often be for you a month in which you feel kind of in a muddle, things feel a little bit muddy, but really it's just the, I want to say the storm before the calm. It's the mess right before the new beginning that is your birthday. So that is going to be stirring stuff up in your unconscious of necessity. So the sun is there with this full moon, which is in the stubborn signs, the stubborn fixed signs of Leo and Aquarius, also involving a pretty tight square to Uranus in the stubborn fixed sign of Taurus. So you may find that you're getting into some power struggles at work and that you have this desire to be recognized that you maybe hide away because you are modest and unassuming, Virgo, right? That's really some of what Virgo is all about. And you may feel like you don't want to toot your own horn, but it might make some sense to actually do some tooting of your horn this month. So then later in the month, we have got a new moon, and that's around the 18th, right here, again in your 12th house of the hidden, the unconscious. And so this is part and parcel of that stirring up of things unconscious. And But it also signifies new beginnings. It's a time when a new moon is always a time when we can start over, when we can begin fresh. And so if you are willing to take a look at things that are rolling around in your unconscious, you can really wash that clean under this month's new moon. It's pretty much a feel-good new moon. It involves a grand trine in fire, and you can find out more about it in the video that we made about this moon, which is in the August 2020 news playlist, along with a video about the full moon and the video about Mars that Julia was talking about, Mars, which is about to turn retrograde. Now, if you wanted to get a jump on your birthday year, the best way to do that is to get a solar return reading during this month before your birthday when you're feeling intuitively the things of the new year tugging at you and you're really, really wanting to clear away the things of the previous year. And Julia or I would be really happy to do that with you. You can always find us on pandoraastrology.com/services. And if this is your sun sign, then you really should check out your rising sign horoscope, which you can find on YouTube in our horoscopes playlist for August, or you can find it at pandoraastrology.com/horoscope. And we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye.